Thanks, guys. Welcome to another edition of the Courtside Show. I'm your host, Lucy Rodine, and just like the Hawkeyes, I am on a roll. Iowa knocked off number 5 Michigan on Friday night, but more importantly, I called it on the Courtside Show. But I guess Fran deserves a little bit of recognition too, because with that win, McCaffrey tied former Iowa head coach Lute Olson for second on Iowa's all-time win chart. Here are Coach's thoughts on sharing that spot with Olson.
Set a great standard for how to be not only a great coach, but a terrific person, and somebody that I would emulate and take advice from. So anytime you're mentioned with him, that's a tremendous feeling.
Now, unfortunately for me, Coach McCaffrey and the team have moved on from their win over Michigan, so I guess that means it's time for me to move on from getting it right. But I'm moving on all the way to Bloomington, Indiana, where Iowa will face the Hoosiers tonight. Coming into this weekend, Indiana had lost 7 Big Ten games in a row, and head coach Archie Miller described his team as soft and scared. And then they knocked off Michigan State and East Lansing without one of their best players, Juwan Morgan. Now, that Indiana team that lost those 7 games, they weren't just soft and scared, they were also hurt. But the team Iowa's facing tonight is healthy and riding off a big-time win.
Why is Indiana beat Michigan State at Michigan State? Well, they're healthy. They weren't healthy. They were losing 7 in a row. They weren't getting drilled, so they weren't playing as well as they were capable. They were 12-2 when they were healthy. Beat Louisville, and then Green's out, Finney's out, Davis is out. Well, it's going to be different. Now they're all back. Go on the road and beat Michigan State. So that's who we're playing.
They had a rough patch for a while, but even at that, we always knew Indiana's a dangerous team. They have all the good pieces, a lot of special players, and their win at Michigan State was a good example of that. So you can't take any night off in the Big Ten. Doesn't matter if they lost 20 straight. You got to be prepared to play. We're going into their building, so they'll be excited to play at home, and it'll be a good game. So we just got to prepare for it properly.
Now that Indiana is healthy, it's going to take a big night and a big performance from the big man, Luka Garza, to beat him. And if Garza keeps playing the way he has been, that shouldn't be a problem. Over the past 5 games, Garza has averaged over 21 points and almost 6 rebounds a game. And the key for Garza, it's confidence. I
think I'm just playing with a lot of confidence. I'm just my teammates are finding me in my spots. I'm going out there and playing as hard as I can. I think, I just, being able to convert some shots, and I think I'm just need to continue to play with confidence.
He's doing what he's capable of doing. I mean, he's really worked hard to get to this point. He really put the time in this summer. I'm really proud of him.
And Garza's confidence is just one of the reasons that I think Iowa leaves Bloomington tonight with a win. Indiana is too inconsistent, and I just think their defense has some holes that Iowa can really take advantage of. However, IU has a huge advantage being in Assembly Hall, especially after a long stretch on the road. But that Michigan win gave Iowa some confidence that I think is going to carry into tonight's game. So I've got the Hawks winning in Bloomington for the first time since 2015. But I've actually got to go hit the road and make the trip to B-Town to cover this game. So make sure you come on back tomorrow for highlights from tonight's men's and women's game. Anthony and McKenzie, back to you at the desk.